Now the 11th question, the distance S an object travels under the influence of gravity in time t seconds is given. The distance is given in this format. Okay, so S of t is equal to half gt square plus at plus b. You know g is acceleration due to gravity, time we have taken in time seconds, and a and b are just constants here. And you're going to check whether the function S of t is 1 to 1. We know that by definition f of x is equal to f of y implies x equal to y, which means if the function is 1 to 1, x will be equal to y. Okay, so with this definition we are going to prove that this function is 1 to 1. Okay, so I will take S of t is equal to S of u. U is just another variable like how you take x and y. So S of t will substitute whatever is given here. So I have half gt square plus at plus b. S of u means again the same thing, same condition, but wherever we had t we are going to substitute u. So I will substitute half ut square, gu square plus au plus b. Now we can cancel plus b and plus b because same sign, same variable on both sides. So I am cancelling b on both sides. Then we are left out with only this. So we will group everything to the one side. So I will take half gt square minus half gu square plus at minus au equal to 0. I am bringing plus half gu square to the left hand side and plus au to the left hand side, so it becomes minus. Okay, now from first two terms half g is common, so I'll take it out. So inside we'll have t square minus u square. Next two terms a is common, so take a outside, so we'll have t minus u equal to 0. So now this you can observe that it is in the form of a square minus b square, so I'll write this as t plus u into t minus u plus a into t minus u is equal to 0. I'll write the reason here. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Now again from the first term and the second term you find that t minus u is common, so we'll take t minus u outside, so we'll be left out with half g t plus u plus a. Yes, can you follow? T minus u we are taking it outside, so inside will be left out with half g t plus u, the first term, and the second term only a will be left out. Now this is like how you find the factors from the quadratic expression. Suppose you have x plus 1 into x minus 1 equal to 0. It means x plus 1 is also equal to 0, x minus 1 is also equal to 0, right? Similarly, here t minus u is also equal to 0. T minus u is also equal to 0. Half g into t plus u plus a is also equal to 0. Okay, t minus u equal to 0 implies t is equal to u. So that is how we started, right? S of t is equal to S of u should imply t is equal to u. Therefore the function S of t is 1 to 1. We are not considering the second one because I have half g t plus u. Take plus a to the right hand side, so you'll have minus a. Now take 2 to the numerator here and bring g to the denominator, so I'll be left out with t plus u is equal to minus 2a by g, which is not possible because it is having a negative sign. Therefore we neglect this and we take only this condition. So that is how we have proved S of t equal to S of u implies t is equal to u, and therefore the function S of t is 1 to 1. Now the 12th question, the function t which maps temperature in Celsius into temperature Fahrenheit is defined by t of c is equal to f, and the f value is also given to you. F is equal to 9 by 5 c plus 32, and you have to find the following. Okay, so first is t of 0. T of c is equal to f, right? So this f is equal to t of c. Okay, now wherever you have c, you're going to substitute 0. Okay, so first I will write t of c is equal to 9 by 5 c plus 32. Now substitute 0, so t of 0 will be equal to 9 by 5 into 0 plus 32. 9 by 5 into 0 will become 0, which implies t of 0 is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, because T of C is equal to F, right? So T of some value will have the degree as Fahrenheit, F. Now we have T of 28. So wherever you have C, you're going to substitute 28. Okay, so I'm going to substitute T of 28 is equal to 9 by 5 into 28 plus 32. So when you multiply, you will get 252 divided by 5 plus 32. When you do the division here, you get 50.4 plus 32. When you add, it will become 82.4 degree Fahrenheit. So T of 28 is 82.4 degree Fahrenheit. Now T of minus 10, so substitute minus 10 in place of C. So T of minus 10 is equal to 9 by 5 into minus 10 plus 32. So you will have, if I cancel this, I'll have 9 into minus 2. So I'll have minus 18 plus 32, which is equal to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the fourth subdivision, we have T of C is equal to 212, which means we have T of C as 9 by 5 C plus 32, right? So instead of substituting in place of C, we have already T of C value. So our LHS is 212, which is equal to 9 by C plus 32. Hope you find the difference. Whenever it is inside the bracket, in place of C you substitute. But T of C is already 212, so in the LHS place I will substitute 212. So 212 minus 32 is equal to 9 by 5 into C. So when you subtract, you get 180 equal to 9 by 5 into C. Now our C value cross multiply. C is equal to, I am taking 5 to the left hand side. So 180 into 5, bring 9 to the denominator. So when you cancel, finally your C will be equal to 100 degree Celsius. 20 into 5, you get 100 degree Celsius here. And the last subdivision, C is equal to F. Okay. So wherever we have F, I am going to replace it with C. Our condition is F is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32, right? So I am going to replace here by C. C is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. Now take this to the left hand side. So plus 9 by 5 C, when it goes to the left hand side, it will become minus 9 by 5 C is equal to 32. Now take LCM here. So 5C minus 9C by 5 equal to 32. So I get 5C minus 9C, when you subtract you get minus 4C divided by 5 equal to 32. Therefore C is equal to 32 into 5 divided by minus 4. When you cancel, finally you get C is equal to minus 40 degree. So this is how we conclude. With this exercise gets over. We will continue with the next exercise in the upcoming videos. For further doubts and queries, please comment below. Thank you.